Hey everybody, welcome to my live stream cello lesson. And today we'll be continuing with Suzuki book number 2. This time it'll be Maytime, the second song in the book. So let's have a listen to it first. All right. There we go. I'm not sure if my computer's sounding, but that's okay. All right. So there's a couple of things that we need to talk about in this piece. So one of the first things that we have to talk about is the time signature in this one. The time signature is 6/8, if you can see here, right? So the 6/8, if you remember, it means that there are 6 beats to a measure, and the 8th notes are going to get the beat. However, in 6/8, usually we feel the measure in 2 big groups of 3 beats. So we'll be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me. However, you're going to be feeling it in 2 big beats with 3 beats in 3 8th notes in them. So it'll feel like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So sometimes we actually count 1, 2, 3, and then 2, and then 2, 3. So I'll try and keep on saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, but try and feel 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Kind of like that feel. That's the main thing. Another thing in this piece is we're going to be doing string crossing and doing legato with the bow. So remember the legato, we're going to be playing more than 1 note in a bow. So for example, in the first measure, after the pickup, let's play it slowly. So remember the pickup comes at the very last 8th note, which will be the 6th 8th notes, right? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So let's just try reading it very slowly, and let's just play the first 2 measures, okay? All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just go until there. And if you remember, we also have a dotted quarter note here. So I recently made a video explaining about dotted notes. Dotted notes simply mean that the extra dot in front of the note means that we're going to be adding the half of the value of the note that the dot is in front of. So a dotted quarter means that we have a quarter note plus half of the value of the quarter note, which is an 8th note, right? So in reality, we're going to be counting 3 8th notes. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, and then the next 8th note, 1, 2, 3, like that, right? So let's just play the first 2 measures once again. Remember to pick up. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly, just like that. Let's go on. So the F natural here, remember we're going to be doing the double down, double up. It's the same thing as double ups. You just play the first down bow, stop, and then do another down bow, like that. And then the next three notes is F, G, F, 2, 4, 2, like that, right? But they are all legato. So try and play all of the three notes in one bow, like this. Just like that. Let's try just that measure, the F, 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 G, F, the third measure here. Just slowly. So first down, another down, and then F, G, F, all together in one bow. And then we end on a E, first finger E. Just like that. Now let's try it in rhythm. So I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. Just like that. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, third measure, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, rest. All right, really good. Now let's try this entire line from the beginning until the rest, okay? All right, really good, really good. Remember the pickup note. It comes on the 6th, 8th notes. We're counting in 6. And the dotted quarter notes last for 3/8 notes. Just remember that, 3/8 notes. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. Excellent. We're gonna play this the last C as a pickup note into the next phrase. All right, really good. Now let's look at the next phrase. Let me just quickly move it over. Where is it? There we go. All right. If we take a look at the next phrase, the next line, it's basically the same thing, except the last two measures is different. Instead of going back to the F, we're going to the open D. That's gonna be the only difference. But for practice sake, let's just play the first two measures by itself, okay? Remember that we have a C, the fourth finger C, as a pickup note, right? So remember that we come in on the 6th, 8th notes, the last 8th. So just like that, okay? So let's just play the first two measures of this line. 1, 2, 3, pick up. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and excellent. Now this is where it gets different. So instead of going to F natural like the first time, we're going to be playing on open D. So this time it's gonna be D and D, D, E, D, C, like that. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, open D string. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rest. And remember, I didn't stop the bow completely on the down, the double down. So let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, rest. Really good. So the only difference is the last two measures. So let's just try playing this line once again, okay? All right, ready? Remember the pickup with the C. with the fourth finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 2. Really good. And this E, same thing. We're going to be playing it as a pickup note into the next phrase. All right. So try and play this line slowly like how we did. Just repeat it until you get comfortable with it. All right. Let's keep on going. Remember, we start with a pickup note of E, like that. F. And something here in this line, we just have to be very careful that the first measure, excuse me, we're going to be using our second fingers, right? Our second finger for F natural. But on the third measure, if you look at the third measure where we have the scale down, we have that F sharp with the third finger. So remember, we still play second finger for the C natural here. And they're all slurred. And then A, G, third finger, F sharp. And then, so just remember that. That's the only tricky part about this line, okay? All right, let's just try and play the whole thing through. It's not too difficult. So let's try this line until the rest, okay? I'll remind you of the third finger, the F sharp, okay? Remember we're going to play first finger E as our pickup. So remember that we're gonna start with the pickup that it's not on the page here. So remember that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and E. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. F sharp, third finger. 2, 3, rest. Really good. Let's try this one more time. This one's a little bit tricky. You just gotta be careful with the second finger and the third finger, okay? Just remind yourself that on the D string, you're going to be changing. On the C string, you're gonna always be playing the second finger, okay? Let's play this line one more time. 1, 2, 3, pick up, note, E. Oh, sorry, I counted wrong, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, and third finger F sharp. 2, 3, rest. All right, excellent. This line is a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. You just gotta concentrate. Just remember that we play F natural in the beginning, and then at the very end, we just play the F sharp. So let's just keep on going to the very last line. So the very last line is kind of like the first two lines, but it's slightly different. So let's just read it. Let's just read the first two lines, okay? Or, excuse me, the first two measures. So, same thing. We're gonna start with C as our pickup. So remember to prepare your fourth finger on G string for our C. Pickup with a C. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and F. Until there. Let's just go until there. So until there is pretty straightforward, nothing new. Well, the F, that one's new, but technique-wise, it's not anything difficult. However, the last two measures is a little bit tricky, especially this G, A, G. That one's a little bit tricky because we have to keep our fourth finger on the string, okay? So what I like to tell my students is try and make, let's see how I can do it. Okay, there we go. Try and make a tunnel, right? Tunnel with your finger. Make sure that you have a curve here. You're making a curve, trying to make a circle, right? Sorry. So try and make a circle, and when you place your fourth finger, your pinky, make sure that it's not touching the A string. So try and make a tunnel with your fingers. That's the key to this part. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep your finger on the string, and you're only going to move your bow. Okay, so G, A, G. Let's just practice that. So only play that first note, first three notes. So G, A, G, all on down bow. Let's do it one more time. G, A, G, A, back to G. Really good. Let's do it one more time and then keep on going. So what we're going to do is G, A, G, and then F, E, D, C, like that. Okay? So keep your fourth finger down here. If you lift it up and come back down, it's not a problem. Okay? I'll explain why we don't want to do that. But try and keep your fourth finger down and make a tunnel. Ready, set, and G, A, G, F, rest. Excellent. So let's try that one more time. Place your pinky, fourth finger on the G. Ready, set, and 4, tunnel, A, G. 2, 3, rest. Alright, so let's try playing entire line here, all of it together, and I'll explain why we don't want to lift up our fourth finger too many times. Alright? Alright, remember to pick up with a C, fourth finger C on the G string, right? So let's just play this line one last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pick up. 2, 1, and F, and G, make a tunnel. 2, 3, rest. Really good. So the reason why you don't want to lift your fingers up here is you're gonna, so right now, because you're quite not consistent in where you're placing the fingers, you actually have a chance of getting out of tune by lifting up your finger, right? Something like, I'm exaggerating right now, of course. So when you lift up your finger, you run a risk of getting out of tune. So especially because we're coming back to the same G. So we just want to make sure we're playing the same notes, the same pitch when we... So that's why we don't want to lift up the fourth finger there. Alright, that's the only reason why. There's no other explanation. Just it helps you be in tune. Okay. So now that we played through the entire piece, let's just practice playing the entire piece from the beginning to the end a couple of times. We'll be increasing the speed little by little. And then let's just play with the accompaniment, and then we'll end the class for today, okay? So let's just take a look at all the piece from the very beginning till the end, okay? All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up. 2 and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F sharp, F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4 and pick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and make a tunnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really good. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, so we're going slow here. So if you're try to play comfortably at this speed, and if you want to keep on repeating at this speed, that's perfectly fine. We're not in a race. We're trying to play it well. So take your time with this. All right. So let's try playing it once more. I'm gonna play it a little bit faster this time. Okay. So. Notice how I'm kind of making an accent, like making the first of each group of threes a little bit louder, right? So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just remember, let's go at that speed. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 2, 3. F natural 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 2, 3, 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and F sharp. 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, rest. Really good. So try to feel the big pulses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that, okay? All right. Really good. Let's try playing it one last time at a faster speed. And then we'll play with the accompaniment, okay? All right. So this time a little bit faster. Let's go that fast. Dun 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 dun. Na rum bum ba da dee rum bum bum bum. Just like that, okay? All right. Last time together. Last time by ourselves. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3. F natural. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rest. And 1, 2, 3, 4 and F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4 and really good. So, as always, take your time learning this piece line by line. And then if the bowing is bothering you, just learn the notes. Just bow it separately first. Get used to the notes and the string crossing and everything, and then you can add the bowing to it. It's okay if you make it easier for yourself in the beginning. Okay, so that's the trick. Play the pieces in a way that you can play it, whether that be very slow with a easier fingering, different bowings. Just make sure that you can play it at the level that you are comfortable with, at the speed that you are comfortable with, and then gradually build upon that. Okay? All right. So really good job learning the notes. Now let us play with the accompaniment one last time, okay? All right. And this one's gonna be a little bit faster, so prepare yourself. Ready? And excellent. All right, folks. Well, that's going to be it for today. I hope this lesson helped you a lot. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try and answer them as soon as possible, okay? So tune in next week for the next piece in Suzuki book number 2. And happy practicing. Bye.